The wind kind of died off a little bit this afternoon. Fans should be in for a good night. If you're on your way in, qualifying set to go here in just a couple of minutes. And if you're watching at home, now's a good time to stand up, get yourself something to drink, and get that popcorn ready to go. Make that sandwich, make plans, get your friends over. Live look in and go through qualifying here this evening, and then we'll cut things off. So if you're wanting to watch all the action of that Trickle 99 and the Area Sportsman Battle, and then see who comes out on top in that NASCAR Late Model Championship, you're going to have to subscribe to MidwestTour.tv. Go there and subscribe to catch not only tonight's action, but you can watch the replay of last night's racing action and all the action on tap for tomorrow and Sunday. There you see we're taking a look at Cole Butcher, one of those Donnie Wilson Motorsports machines. He ran last night in the Futures race. Looking to make his first 200-lapper here this weekend. They felt pretty good about their piece. They weren't making a lot of changes to that 53. But his teammate, like I said, the 24, William Sawalich, they were up on scales this morning. Last of the super lates going through tech over there before we go qualifying. And it is going to start with the guy who set the track record for super late models last night. Well, luck of the draw we get here. He was the last car out last night, and he's going to be the first car out tonight. This is the 119 of Dalton Zier. Dalton was the track champion at Wisconsin International Raceway. Yeah, 4:67 yesterday. Yep, Dalton Zier ran a 18:4.98 yesterday. So we'll see what he can turn here this afternoon. 19:018 on his first lap. 19:018. $19,018 for Zier. This is the 100 of Tristan Swanson. Swanson out of Newmarket, Minnesota. Marthaler.com, Country Joe Homes, Gum Farms, Hamke Toyota. He's the 2021 Truck Series champion. We'll see those guys tomorrow night. 19-171, 19-171. That's going to be second quick of the two cars that have qualified so far. Up next, the number 91 of Ty Majeski. The iRacing Incredible Bank, number 91. Majeski punched his ticket into that Truck Series Championship race at Phoenix. His first lap's a 19.530. He currently holds 5 track records here at the Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Let's see if he's got enough to get Dalton Zier tonight. He was just short of him last night. 18.882. 18.882. So Majeski will go to the top of the board. Up next, out of Custer, Wisconsin, the Deboer Transportation Best Excavating, number 87 of Colin Reffner. First lap time for Colin's going to be a 19.413, 19.413. And you're getting a live look in here. Be sure to subscribe at MidwestTour.tv if you want to catch all of the action of Oktoberfest race weekend. We are at night number 2 here at Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway. 18.910. Good lap for Colin. He's going to go to second quick. 18.910 for Colin Reffner. Second quickest now of the 4 cars that have taken time. Up next will be the 80 car. This is Ryan Farrell, the Adams Towing number 80 machine. Farrell did not run last night, so making the trek up here this afternoon. 19.531, 19.531 for Farrell on his first lap. Majeski with that 18.882. Currently on top of the board. We're going to take our top 15 from qualifying here this evening. We've got 51 in the house for the super late models. 19.055 that second lap for Farrell. And he will go fourth. Qualifying important too, because if you're in some sort of a tiebreaker at the end of the 3 segments, it will go to qualifying to break that tie. So you want to get yourself up in the top 5. We heard Derek Krause talk about how important that was this afternoon. Out of Wimberley, Texas, driving for the Johnson Motorsports. This is the 79 of Barrett Polhemus. Barrett's first lap is a 19.953, 19.953 for Polhemus. The Baja Alverson Motorsports Chevrolet. He runs full-time at Madera, California Speedway. Been spending his summer up here, 19.210 on his second lap. Up next, former ARC Midwest Tour Series champion, the 77 machine out of Hampton, Minnesota. This is Jonathan Island. Island and Sons Trucking and Landscape General Transport 77. He was a 2012 champion. He won the Larry Deachens Memorial earlier this year at State Park Speedway, 19.322, 19.322 for Jonathan Island. He's got that nose pinned to the ground off of 4. Looks good. Second lap for him. 18.854, and Island will go to the top of the board. Jonathan Island having himself a good Oktoberfest race weekend thus far. Up next, the 76 machine out of Palos Park, Illinois. The U.S. Equipment Sales and Rentals number 76, making his super late model debut this weekend. The 76 is James Lynch. 19.470 for his first lap. Lynch is coming out of the Midwest Truck Series, graduating to the super lates. He says he's going to start traveling around next year. A little bobble over there in 3 and 4. This will cost him some time. But he'll jump down to a 19.092, 19.092 for Lynch. So we've got 8 cars timed in. We're going to take our top 15. We're getting close to our first car on the bubble. We've got 7 more before we get there. 51 here tonight. Total to qualify for your super late models. They're trying to get their way into the show. We've got lined up for you a potential 4 last chance races, because we have so many cars. Up next, this young man had a great season at State Park Speedway. Got himself a couple of feature wins. This is 76 machine of Travis Volm out of Kronwetter, Wisconsin. He was 3rd this year at State Park Speedway. Travis Volm, the New Life Inc. Senflex Bob Electric. Sean's Mirage, number 76. A little bobble off at 4, coming to 19.733, 19.733 for Volm. He's got to pick it up a little bit to get himself into the, make sure he's solidly in the show. Right now, you're going to need about a 19.0 to make it. That's where Ryan Farrell and Dalton Zier are sitting at, and they're 4th and 5th. And his second lap's a 19.422, 19.422 for Volm, so he did not quite get the pickup he was looking for. Up next, this beautiful 75 machine. He's a 2009 Trickle 99 winner. This is the 75 of Chris Winekoff out of Merrill, Wisconsin. This event started in 2007. Steve Holshausen was the inaugural winner of it. 19:2:59 for Chris Winekoff on his first lap. And second lap, good pickup for Winekoff. 18:995, going to put him fourth thus far. 18:995 for Winekoff. Up next, out of Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, this is Mark Eswine, number 71 machine. Eswine is a 10-time Golden Sands Speedway track champion. And a Fun Fest record for him as he set quick time here back in 1997. 19:4:72 for Eswine on his first lap. Got a nice little bobble out of that forward over there in 3 and 4. Might cost him a little bit. 19:186, 19:186. He is 9th quickest thus far. So we have 11 cars that have taken time. The next car to hit the Speedway is the 70 of Brady Bill out of Reedsburg, Wisconsin. H&H Pools and Spas, Reedsburg Auto Body. Allen Steel and TPS Farm sponsoring this driver out of Reedsburg. He's a 2020 602 late model track champion at Dells Raceway Park. 19:5:87 on his first lap. Again, the target time right now is going to be about a 19:0. Bill started on the front row last night. One of those features led a couple laps. 19:028, 19:028 for Brady Bill. That's a pretty good pickup. Up next, the Story machine, the Story Racing. This is the 66 of James Story. Leo's Upperdale's Bar and Grill sponsoring him. And his first lap time is 19:911, 19:911. James was pretty deep in the practice chart, so they're looking for some speed out of this 66. Second lap will be a 19:417, 19:417, so a decent pickup for Story there, but not the time he was looking for. That will bring the Legends.Direct 64 machine of Grant. Oh, that's not Grant. That's Griffin. Griffin McGrath out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. He's the 2018 Hawkeye Downs track champion. Track that's very similar in layout to this place, so his first lap's a 19:882. Trying to pick it up a little bit off of 4. Good pickup. He'll go to 5th quickest, 19:015. 19:015 for Griffin McGrath. He'll go 5th quickest thus far. We are 14 cars in. This will now be our 15th car, so we're going to put somebody on the bubble after this. Again, taking top 15 from time. We're going to start 24, possibly 26 cars in this race tonight. This, the 53 machine. He comes to us by way of Nova Scotia, Canada. Cole Butcher behind the wheel of that Donnie Wilson Motorsports number 53 machine. His first lap, 19:440. That's a pretty good first lap. 19:440, one of the quicker first laps we've seen. Jonathan Island with quick time right now with an 18:854. not sure his second lap clicked the clock. 19:4:40 on his second lap. That's very similar to what he ran the first lap. Not sure if that's correct. Let's confirm that time for him. So a little bit of a break. Track crew going to come out, check things quick. Again, you're watching day 2 of Oktoberfest race weekend here at Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Getting a live look in during qualifying. We'll run this through qualifying. You're going to have to subscribe. You're going to have to subscribe to MidwestTour.tv if you're going to catch all the icing action. We got the Area Sportsman Friday night fights for you. The Trickle 99. And we're going to crown a NASCAR late model track champion here at Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway. So we've got lots of action for you tonight, and you're going to be able to watch that on MidwestTour.tv. You'll be able to catch up with all the action we had last night. And then tomorrow night, you got the Midwest Trucks, the Midwest Dash Series, the Mid-American Stock Cars, and the Big 8 late models headlining things with the ARC Midwest Tour running their qualifying events. And then on Sunday, you'll have the Oktoberfest 200, the big show, plus Vintage Series. So be sure to subscribe to MidwestTour.tv to catch all of the action here this weekend. You see some cars still lined up. Super late model is going to time in. Timing and scoring, working on things up here so we can update the lap time for Cole Butcher. Make sure everything's working good before the next car comes out to qualify. Looks like he ran a 19.058 officially, 19.058 for Butcher, which will put him 9th quickest thus far. Travis Volm going to be the first car on the bubble. Brian Sire-Keski has switched machines here this evening. There you see Danny Frederickson. Frederickson was a NASCAR late model winner last night. Feels very good about his car here this evening. He was 5th in practice with an 18.899. Trying to get himself another Trickle 99. He's got 4 of them so far. He get to that 5th one. Danny Frederickson and that Pink Flamingo party going to be popping this evening. Moving some more super late models up onto the quarter mile staging right now while track crew trying to figure out timing and scoring here, and then we can continue on with super late model qualifying. Again, we have 15 that have timed in thus far, 51 total on this, the Trickle 99 super late model portion of your Oktoberfest race weekend. Day number 2. Getting a live look in here during qualifying. Super late models on track now. Area Sportsmen are beginning to line up. They're going to be qualifying next. And that big battle, that Friday night fight for them. Well, let's start some bumping, shall we? And with a little bit of drama in this one because this guy here has got a guaranteed spot in tonight's feature race by way of his win in the Futures race last night. This is the 81 of Brian Sire-Keski, but he is in the 29 machine. He'll switching cars with his teammate. Brian Sire-Keski out of Lakeville, Minnesota, that Frederickson signs, advanced diesel power. Shields Mobile and RV Service number 81, 19.374 on his first lap. 19.374. His second lap time is going to be a 19.120, 19.120. So that will bump Travis Volm. And let's move on to the 52 of Brock Heinrich out of Wausau, Wisconsin. Brock Heinrich, the 2020 Tundra Series Rookie of the Year. He was second in State Park Speedway points in 2020. His first lap's a 19.326. 1:9.326 for Brock Heinrich. He's right down there on the grass line off of 4. See if he can get himself into the show. 19.058 will put Brock 10th. So Heinrich will bump himself into the show. Again, we're taking the top 15 here this evening. You're watching Super Late Model Qualifying. Oktoberfest race weekend, night number 2 for the Trickle 99. This year, the 47 out of Neenah, Wisconsin. Valley Gasket, number 47 of Brazen Bennett. Bennett, a 3-time WIR late model track champion. His first lap time's a 19.227, 1:9.227. Barrett Polhemus right now on the bubble with a 19.210. Bennett 16th quickest on lap number 1. He's going to get a little bit quicker to get himself in the show here, lap number 2. And he will go up to 18.877, second quickest for Brazen Bennett. 18.877, second quickest for Brazen Bennett. This is the 49 machine of Jerry Mueller, the All-Pro asphalt paving 49. He's doing double duty. He's going to run the Big 8 late model tomorrow night. Right now, Cole Butcher, or rather, trying to get timing and scoring updated here. We'll get up to date with you. 19.463 for Mueller on his qualifying lap. That's not going to be good enough to get into the show. This the 44 machine of Justin Mondike. Justin Mondike, one of the hottest drivers in the central part of the state over the last 3 or 4 years. And Mondike, the 2022 Tundra late model champion. (1:9.836) on his first lap. 19.836 for Mondike. He's going to have to get it down about the 19.1 mark. Tristan Swanson there right now. 19.162 for Mondike. And that's going to bump Mark Eswine out of the field. And Justin Mondike only goes to 14th, so he's not quite safe in this one. This will be the 40 of Wausau, Wisconsin's Jeremy Lepak. Lepak, the Soper Company's R&J Auto 23-hour towing number 40 machine. He was a 2015 State Park Speedway track champion and a 2011 Slinger track champion. 19.502 for Lepak, 19.502. So we're seeing everybody picking up a significant amount on lap number 2, trying to knock the new off those tires when they come out. And 19.186. 19.186 for Lepak is only going to be good enough for 17th, so he's not in the show yet. Going to have to do some work on the 40 machine. Up next will be the 36 out of De Pere, Wisconsin. This is Tim Springstroh. Showtime Fab and Machine LLC number 36, the white 36 machine. (19.702), 1:9.702 for Springstroh. Right now, Tristan Swanson is the bubble car with a 19.171. And see if Springstroh can get into the show. He will bump himself in with a 19.087. He's going to go to 12th. So good lap for Tim Springstroh. See if he can stay inside the top 15. Right now, Justin Mondike is on the bubble with a 19.162, and I think he's in jeopardy here because this guy has been fast all weekend. He got himself an NASCAR late model win last night out of Lakeville, Minnesota. This is Danny Frederickson in that Herman's Landscape Supply Adjustment Freight number 36. 18.6 6:44 on lap number 1. Danny Frederickson going to go to the top of the charts on lap 1. Wow. Let's see how much faster Danny can go. Well, he'll slow it down on lap number 2. He sold out lap number 1, so 18.720 on lap number 2. But Frederickson to the top of the charts with a 6:44 on lap number 1. How about that? On track now, a former weekly competitor here out of the Coon Valley region, the Coon Valley, Wisconsin native number 33 of Matt Henderson. Alta Federal Credit Union sponsoring him. 19.158 for the former weekly competitor here, jumping up to super late models this year. Right now he's got to get Brian Sire-Keski with a 19.120, but Brian has a provisional this evening. He's going to be in the show no matter what because he won the Futures race last night. Oh, 18.824. Matt Henderson going to go second quickest. 18.824 for the 33 of Matthew Henderson. Good lap for him. Well, we kind of picked on him a little bit last night for being in the 28, but this is former Tour champion Andrew Morrissey behind the wheel of this 28 machine. And boy, he was pretty sporty. Ran his way up to third last night in the Elite Trade Show. 19155. The first lap time for Morrissey. The 2011 Midwest Tour champion. He's the Oktoberfest winner in 2018. Good second lap for him. 18.735. 1:8.735. Going to be second quickest. All right, some guys showing some speed here on the second night. Who's going to be the 27 machine of Travis Rodewald out of Manitowoc, Wisconsin? The Meyer Insurance 4M machine 27. He's a WIR late model champion. 19.617. 1:9.617 on the first lap for Rodewald. Tim Springstroh sits on the bubble right now with a 19.087. Travis going to have to, a little bobble over there off of 4. He's going to have to pick it up. Not quite going to be in the show. 19.204. So 19.204 will put him 22nd. That's going to be pretty deep in those last chance races. Travis Rodewald in that 27 group going to have some work to do. Up next will be the 26 machine out of Bloomington, Minnesota. This is Dean Cornelius. He's a 2003 Shakopee late model champion. He's a 2005 Mars late model rookie of the year. 19.319 on his first lap. Tim Springstroh hanging on still with a 19.087. Doesn't quite have the nose of this 26 pinned down like they would like, but it's going to be a 19.082, just enough to put him on the bubble. 19.082. Dean Cornelius is going to go 15th quickest and puts himself on the bubble. Up next will be the 25 machine, the Duramax Trucking Storm Transportation number 25 of Stormy. Jeff Storm out of East Troy, Wisconsin. Two-time Mid-American champion. 19.112 for Stormy. 19112. On his first lap is going to be 18th. Dean Cornelius just ran a 19.082 to put himself on the bubble. Let's see if Stormy can get that 25 in the show. $18.848 for Storm, and he's going to go 4th quickest. So that will bump Cornelius. And that puts Brock Heinrich on the bubble. Up next will be that 24 we talked about. They're making wholesale changes this morning. The driver out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota, of William Sawalich. Behind the wheel of that, Donnie Wilson Motorsports number 24. 19.337, 19337 on his first lap. Got to get to a 0.58. Sawalich has had a pretty good pro late model season in the CRA series. 18.942, and he's going to go 9th quickest. So that'll bring us to this bright red shiny 23 machine. You saw him yesterday in qualifying have some issues with his primary machine, so they busted out the backup car. This is Levon Vandergeest out of Merrill, Wisconsin. 19.262. 19.262 for the former Midwest Truck Series champion. He's a 2019 truck champion. This is his second season running the Midwest Tour, 3rd in super late models. 18.984. Good lap for Levon after yesterday's mishaps. Bump him up to 10th quickest, and he's going to be in the show right now. That will put Ryan Farrell on the bubble with a 19.055. 19055. We got 30 cars that have taken time. This is car 31, the 22 machine of Nick Panitsky. Nick Panitsky is the former track champion here, 2019. 19.412 for the BMRE electric carts number 22. He had a pretty solid night last night in that Knights race. Ran up in the top 10, led for the first half of it. And he's going to go 8th quick in time with an 18.889. 18889, so Panitsky will put himself in the show right now. That puts Brady Bill on the bubble with a 19.028. He might have to run an 18.9 something to get in the show here tonight. This times have picked up. This will be the black and white 18 machine of Michael Ostick. 19.425 for Ostick on his first lap. Driver out of Lakeville, Minnesota. The Twin Cities Cannabis, Grissom Enterprises, Weichert Realties, number 18 machine. $19,140,19140 for Ostick. That is only going to be good enough for 23rd right now, so Brady Bill hangs on for one more car. But this young man had a great run last night in the Futures race, had a pretty good machine, ran his way up to 2nd. This is 17 out of Pewaukee, Wisconsin of Grant Griesbach. $19,373 for the Keith's Marina Cobblestone Resorts, Hotels, and Wissota Chop House, number 17 machine. 2nd this year at WIR in 2021, rather. 18.913 for Griesbach. That's going to be good enough to put him 10th. A good lap for Grant Griesbach. And now, the man who set the new track record last night in super late model competition is on the bubble. Dalton Zier with a 19.018, and he could be in jeopardy. There's really good cars yet to go, this being one of them. The 15 of Gabe Summers on track now. Summers will go 7th quickest on lap number 1. 18.881. So that will bump Zier. And he's got good attitude on this 15, this second lap. Let's see if he can get down there and challenge Frederickson. Not quite. 18.782 for Summers will put him 3rd quickest. Gabe Summers putting together a good pair of laps there. And that will bump Griffin McGrath down to the bubble now with a 19.015. He's the last car in the 19s that's hanging on. This will be the 15 machine of Dean LaPointe out of Marshfield, Wisconsin. The Edwards Construction Chips Hamburgers number 15. Making his only start of the season this weekend. Because that's what Fest means. 19.887, 19887 for LaPointe. He's got to get it down to a 19.015 or better if he's going to bump Griffin McGrath. 19.082, not quite going to get there. That will put Dean LaPointe 22nd overall. 19.082. So we have 35 cars that have qualified now. Again, we have 51 that took practice here. Well, top 15 going on into the feature. Everybody else going to have to race their way into those trickle 99s. The trio of 33-lap feature events. Again, you're getting a live look in. You have to subscribe to MidwestTour.tv if you want to catch all the racing action here tonight. Super Late Models on tap to run 3 33-lap feature events and making up the trickle 99. We've got the area sportsman and the Rick Schermerhorn Memorial Race. You can see all of that on MidwestTour.tv. But you got to subscribe. Again, you're going to get a live look in here until qualifying ends. A little bit of a break to let some people cross the racetrack right now. Ongoing festivities here at Oktoberfest Race Weekend. We had the pet costume contest this morning. The pancake breakfast coming up tomorrow morning. The festivities and the parties afterwards. Just walking around and meeting and reintroducing yourself to some friends and people that you haven't seen in a couple of years. Like this is the one big family reunion weekend. As you heard Dan Frederickson reference it, it's kind of like the end of summer party. The welcoming of fall, if you will. $14 different tracks being represented here this weekend. Champions from all across the region. We got champions from Golden Sands, champions from Elko, WIR, Madison, Slinger, Thomas Sparta Speedway, well represented here in the Badger State and across the Gopher State. Up next, going to be a young man that had a big weekend down in Illinois. So again, 35 cars have taken time so far. We're going to be taking the top 15 out of qualifying here for Super Late Models to go to the Trickle 99 tonight. Everybody else going to have to work their way through one of the 10-lap last chance races. And then we'll have area sportsmen coming up to qualify. They're going to be working their way through. We're going to take top 14 of them. They have 40 area sportsmen. That is going to be it means a lot for those guys to be here. We're going to be able to show you that and more on MidwestTour.tv, and you got to subscribe if you're going to catch all the racing action here this weekend. 4 days going on. This is day number 2 of Oktoberfest Race Weekend here at Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway, and thank you for joining us. Up next will be the 14 out of Roscoe, Illinois, Austin Nason. Now a 2-time national short track champion after his win last week. 2 in a row for Nason. He's just the 5th driver to do that. First lap time for Austin Nason is going to be a 19.194, and he needs to get to a 19.015. if he's going to bump Griffin McGrath. So again, Brian Sierkeski and Derek Kraus have provisionals for tonight, but still qualifying important for them. 18.883 for Nason will bump him up to 9th quick. That is going to bump Griffin McGrath. And now every car inside the top 15 is running 18.9 or better. And Chris Winekoff, the car on the bubble with a 9.95. This young man picked up the win in the Knights race last night with a bold 3-wide move, the 9 machine of Derek Kraus. 19.140 for Kraus. Well, Kraus got to get to an 18.995 if he's going to bump Chris Winekoff. But again, he's got a provisional. So he's just qualifying here to try to better his overall points if he needs them. 18.810. Good lap for Kraus. That's going to do it. He'll go up the fourth quickest. 18.810 for Kraus. Fourth fastest thus far. For the winner of the Super Late Model Knights race last night. So this guy had quick time for your futures last night. This, the 8 machine of Chad Butts. Butts, a regular over at Wisconsin International Raceway. Driver out of Swamico, Wisconsin. Sponsored by Holker Brothers. 141 Speedway. First lap time for him is going to be a 19.251. 19.251. And he's got to get to an 18.984 to bump Levon Vandergeest. Second lap coming up, 18.913 will do it. That'll put him 14th quickest, though. So he's not quite protected with 12, 13 cars yet to go. William Sawalich now on the bubble with an 18.942. And the next car to try to take him out will be the 8 machine of Billy Moan. Billy Moan down there keeping track of the Pork Chop King this weekend. First lap time for Moan, 19.505, 19.505. Well, he's got to get to a 9.42 if he's going to take down Sawalich and bump him out of the show. Dan Frederickson, your quick qualifier right now with an 18.644. We're taking our top 15 here this afternoon. 19.109, 19.109. Not quite going to do it for Billy Moan. He's going to be 28th quickest overall. Up next will be the 2-time Jefferson track champion and former Slinger late model track champion, the 8 machine of Sean, the man of Shield. The Griffin Ford Series race engine is number 8 machine. Driver out of Lake Mills, Wisconsin. First lap time for him. Don't know. There it is, 19.657, 19.657 for Shield. Got to get to an 18.942. Did not quite get there. 19.270 for Sean Shield. That's going to put him right now 37th overall. We have 40 cars that have taken time. And a little bit of a surprise because this guy told us he wasn't racing until Sunday, but the 5 machine who looks to claim his second ARCA Midwest Tour Championship here this weekend. This is Casey Johnson, Edgerton, Wisconsin. First lap time for Johnson will be a 19.401, 19.401. Hogan Farms and Compass Construction, Dixon Drywall, Wise Guys Autos 5 machine, 2-time Midwest Tour champion, 2019, 2020, looking to claim his 3rd title here this weekend. 18.882, 18.882 will be good enough to put him in the show. 10th quickest so far for Johnson. That bumps William Sawalich and puts Chad Butts on the bubble now with an 18.913, and he's not out of the woods yet because, boy, oh boy, this car has been fast every time it's hit the racetrack. This is the 5 machine of Johnny Sautter. Johnny Sautter out of Neenah by way of DeForest, Wisconsin these days. First lap time for him is a 19.140. The Don's Auto and Truck Service number 5 machine this weekend. Pathfinder chassis. Brand new Pathfinder here this year. Was very quick at WIR. Very quick at the Dells. Let's see if we can pump Chad Butts. 18.760 for Johnny Sautter, and he will go 3rd quickest. 18.760, 3rd fastest for Johnny Sautter. That's going to put Grant Griesbach on the bubble. 18.913 now. 9.13 the time to beat. This the driver out of Appleton, Wisconsin, the 2 of Jordan Thiel. Section 715 Throwing Company, Mirror Finish, Pathfinder Chassis. Sponsoring the two, 19793. Well, being told that this is Josh Thiering, not Jordan Thiel. Josh Thiering normally behind the wheel of a NASCAR late model at Rockford Speedway. Getting an opportunity to jump into Super Late this weekend. That's very cool. Josh Thiering with a 19.322, 19322 for Josh Thiering behind the wheel of that black and blue number 2 machine. Here's the white and blue number 2 machine of Gregory Borchert. Borchert out of Prior Lake, Minnesota. The Dan's Auto Turnkey Boatworks Prior Lake Auto number 2 machine with 19647, 19647. He's the 44th car to take time. We've got 7 cars left. (19-144, 19-1). Oh boy, there was almost chaos over there. Borchert doing a good job to avoid the 2 machine making his way trackside. But Borchert didn't quite make it in here. He's got some work to do yet. Gonna be sitting 33rd right now. Counting his lucky stars, he even gets to qualify here. This is going to be the 2 machine of Jared Deboer. Jared Deboer out of Sherry, Wisconsin. Earth Incorporated, Hearing House, Cornier Oil, and Hughes Service sponsoring this machine. First lap time for him is going to be a 20.203, 20.203. Making the jump to Super Late Models this year, run at Marshfield Speedway and at Golden Sands. Second lap time coming up for Deboer. Will be a 19.562, 19562. The 45th car to take time. So again, you're watching qualifying here for Super Late Models. The Dick Trickle 99 going to be taking place tonight. You want to catch all of the racing action, you're going to have to subscribe at MidwestTour.tv. You're going to get your live look in through qualifying. We're trying to set our top 15 right now. Chad Butts on the bubble with an 18.913. This is going to be the 02 machine of Carter Christensen. Carter Christensen out of West Salem, Wisconsin. Former NASCAR weekly competitor here on Saturday nights. And his second lap time will be a little bit better, 19.233, but he will be 40th of the 46 that have taken time thus far, with a handful of cars yet to go.
We've got one more Super Late Model to qualify for tonight's Dick Trickle 99.
So we had 51 cars take practice times here this afternoon. A couple of cars have scratched this evening, so we're going to be just short of that mark, but still we have 46 that have timed in. 47th car on the speedway right now will be the 76 machine of Jason Winekoff. You saw his brother Chris out here earlier. Jason Winekoff, also out of Merrill, Wisconsin. He's got himself feature wins spread across the central part of the state. The Dells, Golden Sands, State Park Speedway. Good driver in his own right in the early 2000s. 19.786, 19786. For the 76 of Jason Winekoff. Second lap time for Jason, 19.004. Good pickup. He's going to be right there behind his brother Chris with a 19.004. He is 20th. Chris is 19th. Levon Vandergeest is 18th. So those three cars all coming out of the same camp. Right there together in time. 18th, 19th, and 20th. Levon Vandergeest, Chris Winekoff, and Jason Winekoff. So Dan Frederickson is going to get quick time here this evening for your super late models with an 18.644. Andrew Morrissey will go second. Johnny Sautter, Gabe Summers, Derek Crouch, your top 5. Matthew Henderson, Jeff Storm, Jonathan Island, Brazen Bennett, and Casey Johnson going to be your top 10. Ty Majeski, Austin Nason, Nick Panitsky, Colin Refner, and Chad Butts, your 15 that have locked their way in to the Trickle 99 here tonight. Everybody else is going to have to race their way in through one of those 10-lap last chance races. So coming up next is going to be the area Sportsman Qualifying. And we had 38 Sportsman cars that took time this afternoon. Told there's 40 total that are going to qualify. Good grouping of Sportsman cars here tonight for the Friday night fights. A race for the memory of Rick Schermerhorn. Schermerhorn family and friends have put up a lot of money for these guys here tonight. Over $5,000 spread out across the field for these guys. And you see the 7 of Horn, the sticker on these cars, adorned across the A pillars and B pillars. We've heard some of these guys talk about how much it would mean to them to be able to win this race. But just how much it means to them to be able to be in it. To be able to be one of those cars that gets to go at it in their feature event tonight. They're going to go at it for 30 laps. 25 laps for their feature, 25 laps for the area sportsman feature. There you're looking at the 88 of Clay Kurtz, who's second in your Mid-American Series standings. We're going to see him again on Saturday, the Mid-American Stock Car Series, when they come to track for day 3 of Oktoberfest race weekend. What a shot that is. All the trailers, teams down there in the pit area. You can see off in the distance all the folks from Camper Village still hanging out there, making their way in. But look at all those race cars backed into this pit area here this weekend. We have been blessed with tons and tons. 50 super late models here tonight. We have 61 that are on the grounds, racing either last night, tonight, and a combination of tomorrow and Sunday. We've got 35 Big 8 late models so far entered for tomorrow. I'm sure we're going to pick up some NASCAR late models after tonight. So that is primed to get up over 40 as well. 25 trucks on the ground. I'm told there's 29 Mid-American stock cars that are here. So a good number of machines all across the grounds here at Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Again, you're getting a look in on Oktoberfest race weekend, day number 2. You have to subscribe to MidwestTour.tv if you want to catch all that great racing action tonight and tomorrow night, and then the championship 200-lapper on Sunday. And you can also catch up on the action from night number 1. There you see Dave Trout. We talked to him earlier today. One of the area's best full-size stock stub-style drivers. He's ready to go for that area sportsman race, trying to punch his way in. Randy Humfeld, the winner last night, took that Schermerhorn 7 to victory lane. He's looking to do it again tonight. He said it's a little bit of a challenge between last night and tonight, being that you had the 22-second gap last night that you couldn't go under. And tonight you get to kind of run it wide open. So looking to leave nothing on the racetrack is the 7 of Randy Humfeld. They almost called him the 6 there. He's been the 6 forever, but this year he put that 7 on there. Beautiful backdrop here at Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway. We've been got good weather here this weekend, a little bit chilly, but that's to be expected in the front part of October here. Fall colors beginning to change. Lacrosse River beyond the racetrack. And we are ready to go for your area sportsman qualifying. Can you be able to see all the action of tonight and tomorrow and Sunday by tuning into Midwest? Let's go sportsman qualifying. This will be the first machine. This is the 0-1 of Dexter Mullen. Dexter a regular here on Saturday nights. He's a graduate of the quarter mile program here on Saturday nights. Former hobby stock racer. Jumping up into the sportsman division this year. 22.533 on his first lap time. Again, we're going to take the top 14 into the feature for your area sportsman. Everybody else will be running through one of the 8-lap qualifying heats, or they have to fight through the 12-lap last chance race. 22.190 for the 0-1 machine of Dexter Mullen. Up next will be the 99 machine representing Elko Speedway. Brent Kane in that Raising Cane Motorsports number 99 machine. He was the Oktoberfest Sportsman Winner in 2011. His first lap's going to be a 21.414. 21.414. Kane rolling off of 4. He'll drop it down even further to a 21.087. That's a really solid lap out of Brent Kane. 21.087 going to be tough to beat. This will be the 99 machine of Dale Leckus Jr. Dale Leckus Jr. won the double O race last night. If you'd missed that one, you can catch that on MidwestTour.tv. That was the final event of the night last night. His first lap time for Leckus is a 21.340. 21.340. Trying to get to Brent Kane's 0.87. Again, we're taking the top 14 into that Rick Schermerhorn feature. 20.832. And now Leckus to the top of the board, 20.832. Boy, I thought that lap by Kane was a good one with a 21.087. And then Leckus put it down to an 8.32. He was quick qualifier last night in the Lacrosse Area Sportsman. This is the 97 machine of Chris Weber. A lot of guys were pointing at this car as one to watch tonight. His first lap time is going to be a 21.147. 21.147 will be good enough for third. Trying to get down to Leckus's 20.832. He was the 2021 Dells Raceway Park Track champion. And second lap time for him is a 21.126. So a couple of consistent laps for Weber will keep him third with that 21.126. Andy Barney now will hit the Speedway in the 96 machine. He's the Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway Chase champion. He's a Rookie of the Year here this year. Jumps up to the Sportsman. Said, I'll give the area Sportsman race a chance. 22.113 for Andy Barney. Got to get to a 28.32 from Leckus. He washed up the hill a little bit over there in 4. Going to cost him some time, 21.630. He'll be 4th quickest. 5 cars have taken time. Again, we're taking the top 14 for your area sportsmen. We've got 39 of them in-house here. This will be the 90 machine of Titus Helgestad. Titus had a pretty good run last night. Charged his way up into the top 3 in that Lacrosse Sportsman race. Titus, a regular at Jefferson Speedway, and spent a few Saturdays at Dells Raceway Park this year as well. 21.679. 21.679 for Titus. You see across the numbers the black stripe. A lot of the Sportsman drivers have those. In memory of Rick Schermerhorn. 21.320. 21.320 for Helgestad. Schermerhorn was a weekly competitor here in the Lacrosse Sportsman on Saturdays, and always look forward to this Friday night battle with the area sportsmen. Unfortunately for us, we lost Rick earlier this year. And the Sportsman guys have come together for a nice little end-of-year bash on a Friday night fight with this area sportsman battle. This is going to be the 88 truck of Mitchell Reinert's. 25.105 for Reinert's. Reinert's a regular here on Saturday in their Lacrosse Sportsman division. He spun out late in practice, and they may be working through some issues on the 88 machine, as he's going to run a 24.275 here on his second lap. So Reinert's will be 7th of the 7 cars that have taken time so far. Again, you're getting a live look in of qualifying here at Oktoberfest Race Weekend, day number 2 at Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway. You're seeing area sportsmen qualifying right now. You're going to get to watch the live look in through qualifying. We've got 7 cars that have taken time so far out of the 39 that will. You want to catch all the racing action tonight. Racing gets underway at 5:30 here for the Friday night Oktoberfest racing portion, brought to you by A1 Mobile Storage Services. You're going to have to subscribe to MidwestTour.tv to catch all the action tonight. Racing starts at 5:30, so tell your friends. Order the fish fry, take it home, and enjoy the Friday night action at Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway. First lap time for the 88 of Claes Kurtz is going to be a 21.219. 21.219. Clay Kurtz, one of those Mid-American drivers that we showed you during staging. He's going to be racing again tomorrow night, part of the Saturday night portion of Oktoberfest Race Weekend. 21.167 for Kurtz. He'll sit 4th of the 8 cars that have taken time. So that will bring us trackside the 86 machine of Joshua Fairman. Fairman, a regular here on Saturday nights. Josh Furman. The 9th car to take time for your area sportsman. 23.832, 23.832 will be good enough for 8th quickest thus far. He ran 12th last night. 23.363, 23.363. He'll back it down a little bit on lap number 2. He's going to stay 8th. This will be the 75 machine of Justin Berg. Justin Berg was pretty strong last night, ran up in the top 5. See what he's got in store. He did not come out to practice during that last session. Said the car was pretty good. He's got to try to run down a 20.832, 21.791 on his first lap. He's going to be 7th quickest. He's going to need a big pickup over a second if he's going to get down to Dale Leckis. 21.261 will put Justin Berg 5th quickest thus far. 10 cars now have taken time for your area sportsman. We're going to lock in the top 14 during qualifying. This will be the 74 machine of Steve Blair. Steve Blair, another one of those Mid-American stock cars we'll see tomorrow night. He was 11th quickest in practice. Ran a 193. Right now, if he was to back that up, that would put him 5th. So we'll see what he's got in store for us. 21.792 on lap number 1. He's going to need that pickup. He's 8th right now. And Blair's second lap was a 21.059. Second quickest for Steve Blair. So good pickup for him. This would put him pretty comfortably into the show. Right now, this is the 12th car to take time. The 71 of Eugene Gregorich II. We had a chance to talk to him this morning about this deal. Matt Pyburn has been spending time over in Crandon doing some off-road racing, and well, he's had a couple weeks off, and he said, you know what, let's put a car together for Fest. And he called up his old buddy Eugene, said, let's go. Eugene said, yeah, let's do it. 21.335 for him on lap number 1. He is 8th quickest so far. You'll see Eugene Gregorich III in action tomorrow night with the Midwest Truck Series. Hey, Eugene Gregorich going to go to the top of the board, 20.791. So Eugene Gregorich II. Not bad for a car they just put together on Sunday afternoon. The 13th car to come out and qualify will be Timmy Spatz in this 54 machine. Timmy Spatz, another Mid-American stock car. It's a good move by these guys to get some laps in tonight, find out how competitive their car is, and be able to make some adjustments, get a head start on the rest of the Mid-American Stock Car Series guys tomorrow afternoon. His first lap time is going to be a 22.913. 22.913 for Timmy Spatz. Will be 11th quickest thus far of the 13 cars that have qualified. We're getting close to sitting on the bubble now. We're going to take our top 14. Top 14 going to be moving on tonight. Everybody else will be racing their way through an 8-lap qualifier or a 12-lap last chance race. 22.573. 22.573 for Spatz will keep him 11th. Up next will be the Kalahari Resorts number 51 machine, Robert Trzynski. Robert Trzynski, you'll see a truck that looks just like this tomorrow. 21.509. 21.509 will put him 9th quickest thus far. Mitchell Reinert's the first car on the bubble with a 24.275. See if Trzynski can get a little bit quicker and put some breathing room between himself and that bubble. He will with a 21.300. He's going to stay 8th. 21.300. He'll be 8th quickest thus far. So this is the team car to that 99 of Brent Kane you saw earlier. The 41 rookie driver Ben Gannon. Ben Gannon, a regular over at Elko, donning the 41 in honor of his favorite driver growing up, Donnie Reavers. First lap time for Ben Gannon is a 22.811. 22.811 for the 41 of Gannon. Right now he's 13th. Try to better his time, get away from that bubble mark. And he'll get there a little bit, 22.292. He's going to stay 12th, though. 22.292, picks up his time. Puts Joshua Furman on the bubble. And that'll bring the 34 of Travis Gordon trackside. Travis Gordon runs here weekly on Saturday. He's trying to get to a 22.573, or 23.363 rather. 23.363. He'll get there on lap 1 with a 23.062, but he's going to put himself on the bubble. So he is 14th right now, 23.062. He's the bubble car. 16 cars have taken time. 39 sportsmen going to go qualifying. At 22.433 on his second lap will put him one spot higher, up to 13th, and puts Timmy Spatz on the bubble. Here's the 32 machine of Jeremy Wolf. Jeremy Wolf, a regular at Elko in their Thunder Car division. First lap time for him is going to be a 21.525. He'll go 10th quickest on lap number 1. Jeremy Wolf also picked up a late model victory this year in his rookie campaign over at Elko. He ran with the Mid-American stock cars last week at Rockford as well. 21.105. So he'll pick it up. He'll go 5th quickest on lap number 2 for Jeremy Wolf. And that will put Travis Gordon on the bubble now with a 22.433. And that'll bring the youngster in the 32 machine. This is Cameron Vandermeer. And Cameron going to go 13th on lap number 1. Put himself into the show so far. 22.251. 22.251 for Cameron Vandermeer, the son of former Mid-American Series champion Ron Vandermeer, who you've seen on the ARCA Series this year. 21.879. 21.879 for Cameron Vandermeer. Going to pick up his time, but he's going to stay 12th. So puts Ben Gannon on the bubble in the 41 car. And that will bring us Tom Sorum in the 29 machine. Driver out of Northfield, Minnesota. First lap time for him is a 22.984. 22.984. Not going to be good enough to get into the show yet. He's 17th. Got to get down to a 22.292 to beat Ben Gannon. And we're taking our top 14 here for your area sportsmen. And it's 22.702. 22.702. Second lap time for Sorum. He's going to sit 17th. That will bring us your 2022 Lacrosse Sportsman Track Champion, Sam Niles. Sam Niles picked up his second track championship here last night. He said he's ready to defend home turf today. First lap time for him will be a 21.698. 21.698 will be good enough for 12th at this time. Put him in the show. Dexter Malin now going to get bumped down to 14th and be put on the bubble. Niles off of 4. Second lap will be just a little bit better. 21.368 will put him 11th quickest thus far. 21.368 for Sam Niles, 11th quickest. 14 going to be moving on from time. Dexter Malin, 14th and final car in right now. This will be the 25 of Eric Campbell. Another one of those Elko drivers making his way over here. Lonsdale, Minnesota. First lap time for him, 21.262. 21.262, good enough for 9th quickest so far for Campbell. That's a pretty solid first lap. He's trying to get down to Eugene Gregorich's 20.791. That's quick time so far. We'll see if Campbell can drop it down. Not quite. 21-102. So he's going to go 5th quickest overall. 21-102. He's going to bump Jeremy Wolf a little bit. And that will bump Dexter Malin down into the last chance races and put Cameron Vandermeer. No, Cameron Vandermeer right now on the bubble. 21-879. Eugene Gregorich II, your quick qualifier thus far. We have 21 cars that have taken time. 39 area sportsmen set to qualify. We're going to do a little bit of crossover here. Let some people from the infield to the outside, outside to the inside. Getting a live look in during qualifying. You're seeing this beautiful drone shot down here. All these teams gathered in the infield. The fall colors in the background. You just can't beat the atmosphere here at Oktoberfest Race Weekend. If you're not here, we'd love to see you come for the rest of the weekend. If not, you can subscribe to MidwestTour.tv to catch all the racing action. Racing set to get going at about 5:30 here this evening. 2 more days of action here at Oktoberfest Race Weekend. We're 1 day complete. We got Saturday and Sunday yet to go with the ARCA Midwest Tour, the Big 8 late models, Mid-American stock cars, Midwest Trucks, the Midwest Dash Series. They'll all be in action tomorrow night. We'll be live tomorrow with qualifying starting at 2:25. You can catch the action from last night. We had some great racing last night. The Futures and the Knights super late model action. We crowned a Lacrosse Sportsman track champion. And we had some fun in the double O race last night, too. There you see Meyerhoffer, Andrew Meyerhoffer, the 14, that white 14. A regular on the Mid-American Series. And a regular at Slinger Speedway as well as WIR. That 8 machine alongside of him. And Gilbert machine feels really good. Cheryl Hearn. The Grundy regular. And get a good look at Nathan Borchert, son of Gregory Borchert, who was out here with a super late model earlier. Sleeping. There's not a more comfortable seat in the house than when you are sitting in your race car, strapped in, ready to go. Especially when you're sitting in the qualifying line. Can't really do anything but hurry up and wait. And memory of Freddie. Everybody loves and remembers Freddie from Pit Road. Biggest events in super late model and across the country. We miss him down there on Pit Road. So you're getting a live look in right now. We're a little bit of a break with some crossover, getting some people from the outer pits to the inner pits and vice versa. And we'll be able to continue on with area sportsman qualifying here. Area sportsmen set to do battle tonight, as well as the super late models. In the Trickle 99, you're going to see the NASCAR late models crown their track champion here this evening. They are 2 features in. They've got 2 features to go. There you see the 3 machine of Ron Vandermeer. He's going to be in action tomorrow night with the Mid-American Stock Car Series. Also in action here tonight with the area sportsmen, sitting back there waiting to qualify. Oh, one more break. There we go. Now we're back to qualifying with the 24 machine. Regular here on Saturday nights. This beautiful looking red and white 24 machine. On the clock now is Jamie Dummer. This is the Racing for Jason 24 machine. Dummer's first lap time on the clock will be at 22.957. 22.957 for Dummer. 20th quick so far. Got to get first is to Cameron Vandermeer, 21.879. Then beyond him, Eugene Gregorich, your quick qualifier, is a 20.791. But you've got to get into the top 14 if you're going to be in the feature tonight. Otherwise, you've got some racing to do. 22.168. 22.168, not quite going to do it. And a last-minute driver change in that car as well. That was going to be Ken Christensen behind the wheel of that 24 machine. We announced it as Jamie Dummer, but Ken Christensen. This is the 20 machine of Devin Schmidt. Devin ran last night with Lacrosse Sportsman. And his first lap time is a 21.255. 21.255 for Schmidt will put him 9th quickest thus far. The 23rd Sportsman to take time. Who says this division is dead? Area Sportsman came ready to go this weekend. 39 of them. Devin Schmidt in his second lap. He's going to go 3rd quickest, not 20.934. 20.934 for Schmidt puts him 3rd. And that will put Andy Barney onto the bubble. This will be the 18 machine of Andy Jurek. 21.634. 21.634 for Jurek. That's 15th, just outside of that bubble mark. He's got to get to a 21.630. 4 1,000ths of a second. And he will be just quick enough to put himself in. 21.365 will be 13th quickest for Andy Jurek. That puts your track champion Sam Niles on the bubble now. Well, Sam Niles ran a 21.368. This is a This is Dan Ostoff in the 18 machine. We had him listed as Bill Schott, but this is Dan Ostoff in the 18 machine, and his first lap time is going to be a 23.825. 23.825 for him is going to be 26th of the 26 that have taken time so far. A little bit better on a second lap. 22.958. 22.958. He's still going to stay 23rd. Sam Niles, your track champion this year, currently on the bubble. I see some pretty fast cars sitting on the quarter mile ready to go. This the 14 machine of Tony Holm. Tony Holm was up in the top 15 for practice. We'll see if he can back up. His lap times around 21.4 in practice. He's going to go 22.220. 22.220 on lap number 1. That will be good enough for 19th right now. He's got to get to a 21.368 to get into the show. $21.813, not quite going to do it for Holm. He's going to be 16th, so just shy. And kind of taking a little bit of time to wind the 14 up. Here comes Andrew Meyerhoffer, regular on the Mid-American Stock Car Series and a weekly competitor on Sundays at Slinger, Thursdays at Wisconsin International Raceway. You'll get a chance to see him in action tomorrow as well. But you can't see it if you don't subscribe to MidwestTour.tv. You've got to get subscribed to catch all of the racing action here this weekend. 21.558 for Meyerhoffer will put him 15th so far, just outside of the bubble mark. He's got to get to a 368. And his second lap will be good enough to get down there. 21:148 will put Meyerhoffer ninth quickest thus far. And now we'll put Andy Jurek on the bubble. Oh, I believe we just lost one. That was the 13 machine of Mark Shallett as he works off into turn 2. He's going to try to stay low and out of the way. It looked like it was up in smoke as it come off of turn 4. And unfortunately for him, he's going to just roll it off the racetrack. And track crew going to take a quick peek down the front straightaway and make sure that he didn't dump anything down. He shut it off pretty quick, but they're still going to come out here and take a look. So a little bit of a break here before we resume qualifying for your area sportsman. You are getting a live look-in of day number 2 here at Oktoberfest Race Weekend. Tonight, you're going to see the Super Late Models do battle for the Trickle 99. The NASCAR Late Models have dual features here this evening. And you're also going to see this area sportsman battle in honor of Rick Schermerhorn. Racing set to get underway here at about 5:30 this evening. Your live look-in is going to cut off after qualifying. Got about 10 cars to go back there. We're at 28 that have taken time so far. 39 officially in the pit area for your area sportsman. Well, that live look-in going to cut off after qualifying. The rest of the evening, you'll have to be a member at MidwestTour.tv to catch all the racing action. That Trickle 99, a big one tonight. 3 33-lap features broken into different segments. There's going to be a small invert to start the race of whatever is lined up on the dice roll. We'll see that during opening ceremonies. And then race number 2, there's a lineup of 10 plus whatever they draw. On the down by Victory Lane, there's a board where they draw numbers. You get a chance to see the feature winner of race 1 pick the invert. It'll be 10 plus whatever is behind the board, behind the panel that he picks. And then race number 3, another 10 plus the draw. And it's lined up by current points, not by how they finished race 2. So race 1 lined up by qualifying. It's going to be plus the dice roll, whatever it is, 1 through 6. Invert, and then race 2, based on how they finished race 1, will be 10 plus whatever the draw is, 1 through 6. And then race 3, 10 plus whatever the draw is based on current points after race 1 and race 2. And again, the lowest total for the night will be the event winner for the Dick Trickle 99. The last couple years, it has taken a 7 to win. Ty Majeski picked up his second Trickle 99 last year. This event started racing in 2007. Steve Holshausen was the inaugural winner. Nathan Haslai won it in 2008. Chris Winekoff in 2009. Danny Frederickson picked up the first of his 4 in 2010. Neil Knobloch won it in 2011. Skylar Holshausen in 2012. Eric Darnell won it in 2013. Danny Frederickson got his second in 2014. Ty Majeski picked up his first of 2 in 2015. Frederickson again won it in 2016. 2017 got rained out. Johnny Sautter, a former winner of this race, is here tonight as well, 2018. Nick Murgic won it in 2019. Danny Frederickson got his 4th win in 2020. And Ty Majeski picked up his second Trickle 99 cheese wedge last year. You can see that all live tonight on MidwestTour.tv. You've got to be subscribed to be able to watch the race. You can catch the live action the rest of the weekend as well, and the replay of the events that took place last night. All right, let's go back to qualifying here. This, the 8 machine of Cheryl Hearn. Hearn, a regular down at the Grundy County Fairgrounds. formerly an Ileana regular before they shut that down. (24-0-1-1), 24-0-1-1 for Cheryl Hearn. I mentioned Ileana ended up getting shut down. It brings up a good point, race fans. You got to support your local short tracks, either by way of getting out to the racetrack or getting on live streams and supporting their feeds. All that money goes right back into the racetrack and improvements and grounds and maintenance and whatnot, keeping things open and running. So support your local short tracks wherever it may be across the country. Get out and enjoy some racing on a Friday or Saturday night, whatever it might be. In your area, dirt, pavement, doesn't matter. But don't let these beautiful facilities go to waste. Get out there and support your local short tracks. Cheryl Hearn's second lap time was a 23-0-7-0, 26th quickest thus far. Top 14 moving on here out of qualifying. Andy Jurek still on the bubble, the 21-363. And carrying the 7 of Horn, your winner last night is Randy Humfeld. Boy, on lap number 1, Humfeld going to go 20.912. Third quickest on lap number 1. Gregorich, a 20.791, your quick qualifier thus far. 20.690 for Randy Humfeld. Maybe a little divine intervention here so far this weekend on the Humfeld machine. He found victory lane last night, and he goes to the top of the board here in qualifying, carrying the 7 of Schermerhorn. Here's going to be the black number 7. This is Joseph Pontrebon. He used to run a truck series. He owns the 20 truck of Cody Hubrid. His first lap time is going to be a 21.513. 21.513. Got to get down to a 21.365. Odoy Pontbriand will just miss it with a 21.370. He will stay 17th. Well, Randy Humfeld laid down a 20.690. This one of the guys left to go that could challenge it. Toma Nation represented here. This is Jason Toma, the regular at Jefferson Speedway. Multi-time track champion. He's been jumping up to the Mid-American Stock Car Series this year. First lap time for him is going to be a 21.331. 21.331. Toma 15th on lap 1. He's got to get over Titus Helgestad with a 21.320 right now if he's going to get himself into the show. Second lap time for Toma. Fourth quickest, 20.914, 20.914. So he'll put himself comfortably into the show and bump Titus Helgestad. Puts Robert Terzinski on the bubble. 21.30 for Terzinski. This will be the 4 machine of Nathan Borchert, second generation driver. You saw Gregory earlier in the super late model. The regular over at WIR, been up to Toma a few times, and 22.108, 22.108. Got his hands full down there into 1. He's 22nd on lap 1. That big bobble down there is going to cost him. He's got to get to a 21.30. He did not. That bobble really cost him. 22.138 on lap number 2. He will stay right where he's at in 22nd. Well, here's a former Mid-American Stock Car Series champion. He's been spending a little bit of time in the ARCA Menards National Series this year. A 3 machine of Ron Vandermeer. Vandermeer's first lap time, 21.186. Good enough to put him in the show. That'll bump Terzinski. He is 13th right now. Justin Berg with a 21.261 is on the bubble in 14th. And he'll go to fifth quickest with a 20.928. Ron Vandermeer up to fifth with a 20.928. This is Reddick Tackman. Reddick Tackman, second generation driver. He won the Mid-American Stock Car Series race at Madison earlier this year. 21.931 on lap number one. He was smoking in the binders as he went down into one to come up to speed. He's going to be 23rd on lap number one. We'll see if he can get down there and bump Justin Berg, 21.261. And well, he was close. 21.677. 21.677. Tackman, good pickup, but is not going to get there. He's 21st thus far. Going to have to race his way into that area sportsman feature. The first of a couple number twos. This, the two of Carlson Sillers. No, it's Carson Sillers. Somebody added an L on here. Second generation driver, piloting the familiar family-owned number two machine. His dad, Clint, made famous in the central part of the state. 22.113, 22.113. He is 25th right now. Got to get down to a 21.261. Did not get there. 21.564 on his second lap will put him in 20th. Don Carson Sillers goes 20th with 21.564. That'll bring the second number two to the racetrack. The two of Dave Trout. Trout was really strong last night in the Lacrosse Sportsman race. Broke out, though. They have a 22-second cap. As he told us at the beginning of the weekend, though, he wasn't too worried about that. He's got himself focused on this race tonight. Lap number one for him will be seventh quickest with a 21.004. 21.004 for Trout. Goes seventh on lap one. He's trying to run down Humfeld's 20.690. See if he can get down there. Not quite. He'll be second. 20.765 for Trout. Your top three cars here so far have broken the area sportsman track record. Humfeld right now with a 20.690, your quick qualifier. Dave Trout and Eugene Gregorich the second, all with a 20.79 or better, beating the former track record here. The way that practice times were at, there was some chatter in the garage area that maybe we could get down there. That former area sportsman track record was a 20.836. So actually your top four cars have broken that track record. This will be the 09 machine of Matt Wiebusch, regular here on Saturday nights. First lap time for him is going to be a 21.999, 21.999. On a regular Saturday, he would have just broke out. They have a 22-second cap, and that's as close as you can get to that 22-second mark. Second lap time for him. Looking for a big pickup here. He did not get the pickup he was looking for. 21.733. On lap number two for Wiebusch will put him 24th overall. That will bring us the 39th and final qualifier of Dylan Selner. This is another car that guys in the pit area were talking about. Lap number one for Selner, going to go 21.217, just outside right now. Clay Kurtz on the bubble with a 21.167. Selner went 15th. See if we can get into the show. Oh, yes, and he will set the new track record. 20.661. Just like last night, save the best for last, and Dylan Selner will set a new area sportsman track record here. Your top 5 have broken the previous record with a 20.661. That is incredible. Back-to-back nights here. We have set a new track record at Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway. We did it last night in the super late model Knights division. We did it here in the area sportsman. Dylan Selner, your quick qualifier over Randy Humfelt, Dave Trout, Eugene Gregorich II, and Dale Leckish Jr., your top 5. Jason Toma, Ron Vandermeer, Devin Schmidt, Steve Blair, and Brent Kane, your top 10. So the live look-in, folks, is going to come to an end here in just a minute. If you haven't yet, get on to MidwestTour.tv to subscribe. You can catch all the racing action here at Oktoberfest Race Weekend. And if you're here or watching, we want you to use the hashtag FestIsBest to support our friends at Worldwide Technology and their upcoming NASCAR Race Weekend in June. No, qualifying has come to an end here. Day number 2 of the Oktoberfest Race Weekend. Tonight, you're going to see super late models, NASCAR late models, and area sportsmen duking it out on the 5/8 mile oval. You got to be a subscriber to see it. MidwestTour.tv. Tell your friends, tell your family members, order some fish fry, get it back to the house, sit down, make a party out of it. And if you're able to get here, get your butt up here to Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway and check out the racing action here this weekend. Doesn't beat being here in person, the smells, the sights, the sounds, the whole weekend of being out in Camper Village. And speaking of our friends down there at Worldwide Technology, let's hear a little bit from them and their upcoming NASCAR weekend in 2023.
The debut of the NASCAR Cup Series at Worldwide Technology Raceway in 2022 was nothing short of spectacular. 3 incredible days of fun. The Confluence Music Festival with some of the biggest stars on the planet. A pre-race spectacular like no other. A packed house of enthusiastic fans. And now it's time to plan on making it even bigger and better in 2023.
It's more than just a race. It's a festival of epic proportions.
The Enjoy Illinois 300, presented by Ticket Smarter. A fun-filled, family-friendly midway with music, games, interactive displays, and the greatest food selection in sports.
NASCAR Weekend returns June 2nd through the 4th, 2023.
Just 5 minutes from downtown St. Louis in Madison, Illinois.
It's showtime!
And there you see, use that hashtag FestIsBest to get some discounted tickets and go down and support our friends at Worldwide Technology and their upcoming Cup Weekend in 2023. That's going to do it for our live look-in here this afternoon. You want to see the rest of the action Friday night, the Trickle 99, that Friday night fights, the area sportsman. You want to see who gets crowned a Lacrosse Late Model Track Champion. You've got to be subscribed to MidwestTour.tv to do so. You see on the grounds right now the Dick Trickle Memorial Project, some beautiful rides out there. You see the Purple Knight Machine and the White Knight Machine. We're racing tonight in honor of that guy right there, the Wisconsin Rapids native, Dick Trickle, in that 99 machine. And we're going to do it with 3 33-lap features. You've got to be subscribed to see it all on MidwestTour.tv. Your live look-in's coming to an end. Subscribe on MidwestTour.tv. We want to see you here at Oktoberfest Race Weekend. If you can't, we want to have you joining us on this broadcast tonight to be a part of this. Racing going to go live at 5:30. Subscribe. MidwestTour.tv.